Welcome back to another episode of Bourbon Buddies. What do we got today, buddy?
Buddy, take a look at it.
I'm looking at it.
Can you spell it?
Can if I look at it?
All right, I'm too impatient. We got Legent. Legent.
So what do we know about this, buddy?
Legent. Oh, this is a long list.
There's a story. There is a story.
This is a novel. Jim Beam product.
Mm-hmm.
That's number one.
Number one, Jim Beam.
Number two, as you said, it's a collaboration between, you know.
Oh, I know. Oh. You want the Reader's Digest condensed version of this?
Yeah, buddy.
Okay.
I think you're good at doing that.
A bourbon master distiller.
Uh-huh.
And a Japanese whiskey master. So those two got together and made this happen.
So what you're saying...
Two dudes got together and made this happen.
Exactly.
And it actually says right here.
Oh, yeah. It says the whole thing.
7th generation master distiller.
Fredno, baby.
Fredno. Mm-hmm. And then refined by world-renowned chief blender.
Oh. You don't even try.
Yeah, I'm not going to say that. I'm not going to disrespect the man. I've nipped on it a little bit.
I've noticed.
I was walking with it and I tripped and I fell, buddy, with the cap off.
That's what you
That's
said.
what happened.
You
Say
know,
when, buddy. I know I get a little carried away here.
Beautiful, right?
All
there,
right.
buddy. You always pour after you say you're done. You're like, ugh. Now, a couple of cool things I want to mention about this. Can I do that?
You can.
Okay.
Because I made a mess of it in the beginning.
So the one really cool thing about this, the whole bottle itself.
It is a really cool looking bottle.
Yeah, this came out in 2019, so just this past year. It's very stylish. It almost brings that little bit of that Japanese flair.
Yep.
With your Kentucky bourbon. You know what I mean?
Yep. To me, it's a very interesting concept because as
Yeah.
we've talked before and we've done some reviews on and tried some things that are finished in wine, and you know that's kind of becoming a thing, and that can go, that can go really, really well.
Oh yeah.
Or it can go really wrong. It sounds like you're dealing with people here who know what they're talking about, and if you don't like it, that's fine. It just might not be your thing, but it doesn't mean it's not well done. And I think there's a distinct difference between those two.
Yes.
Let's get into it, buddy. There's like a delicacy in this. I mean, you definitely get the bourbon vibe in the notes there, but it's definitely different. I don't know how many Japanese whiskeys you've dabbled in. I've had a few.
0.
Okay. Well,
0.
From my little bit of experience with them, especially the last one I had, was very soft and delicate. There was a lot going on, but it was very balanced, refined. And I think that's very typical with somebody who's going to do like mastery level stuff in Japan. Everything is very refined, very thought out, very artfully done, and a lot of effort put into it. There again, might not be your thing, might not be what you want out of a drink or a whiskey, but you can respect the work and the style that went into it.
On the nose too, tons and tons young bourbon character, but the corn notes from a typical young bourbon can get very aggressive. This on the nose does not have that. I know too, you've worked this down, so
I did that for you, buddy.
I know you said,
the neck pour I was a little like I'm not sure, but yeah.
But and then I've heard that a lot with people is that they've given this time, and it's able to kind of come alive.
So you're feeling like the bourbon's young.
It's definitely young, but it's
more morphed together. It's more unity.
This is definitely
more refined.
Definitely sweet on the nose. You get those red berry fruits from the sherry and the wine casks.
I haven't looked that deep into it to know how much. They said partially finished. Right?
Yeah.
So I don't know if that's 25%. I don't know if they're going to tell you that. Is it 10%, 25%, 75%?
It's kind of like a really, really light brown sugar that comes through.
It almost starts to borderline like honey. I think we should stop.
All right, let's just go in.
For me, I do get a little bit of the young snap on it, but then I almost get like a little peanut butter bread note on it.
That's a Jim Beam popping. A lot of nuttiness, actually.
But then there's like a softness and a fruit note that comes up.
Yep. And
this is basically peanut butter and jelly sandwich in class. Uncrustables. Ones you buy.
Yeah, with no crust.
No crust.
The little circles that you
pre-made.
throw in the freezer and then
This
you
is
take out.
liquid Uncrustables.
I know there's power of suggestion, all that
Mhm.
jazz, but every time now, it's more on the palate, I think, than the nose.
You don't pick it up on the nose.
You don't pick the
You don't pick
nuttiness up on the nose. When I would smell this, I would not recognize that as a Jim Beam bourbon. Because typically on Jim Beam, you're getting...
You're picking up on the nuttiness. You're picking up
Yup.
on all that. It's peanut butter jelly time, y'all. Woo! It's definitely unique, but I don't know how I would classify this exactly. It's something that I think you have to try. I'm not going to say, oh, it's like this, and if you like that, you'll like this. It's unique. I think you should give it a go. I don't know if I would have. It's another one. We were in the store. My wife said you should buy that. She did read the story about it and was like, yeah, I think you should really try it. And I'm glad we did. He said it's getting mixed reviews. I think the thing is people are expecting a certain thing. There's a level of expectation. Oh, it's a bourbon, so they're expecting something.
Yeah.
And this really is just a unique product on its own. You can't get all upset about,
No.
oh, it says this or that. Like, just try it.
You just lay that to rest.
Yeah, and there
Just
again,
try for
I understand
yourself.
if you don't want to buy a bottle, if you see it out, I always suggest that, yeah, you pay a little bit more for it, but if you don't like it, you're not committed to a whole bottle.
Now for the third sip, I came back, and now I'm starting to understand this. It's kind of acting like a typical bourbon, especially on the finish,
Right.
is a little bit bitter, which you typically get sometimes
see
when
that.
you have barrel aging, tannins, all that stuff.
Okay.
But also from, a really young bourbon, right? Then that wine hits the top part of my mouth and kind of in the front part. All the time when we would drink red wines, you get the tannins in the front part of your mouth here,
Right.
which would dry you. I'm getting a little bit of that. And then these
Little bit,
fruit
yeah.
notes,
Kind of right
Kinda-
on the side.
yeah, riding all on the side. And then that nuttiness kind of just wipes everything out.
Kind of rolls up the middle. and-
Yeah, it just goes, I'm nutty.
A marriage of two different styles. So I'm going to go ahead here and try his name. I think it's Shinji Fukuyo.
That sounds good.
Or Fukuyo.
Fukuyo.
So I could be saying that wrong. Probably am. Got to give the guy a shout out. He did. So we're doing the best with your name there. To me,
You need
it
to try
doesn't blow me away.
No.
Like a barrel proof's going to be like, a flavor explosion, but it's very well crafted, and this could be your thing, and you might just not know it. If you're hung up on the ideas and the labeling, and you can't call it this because of that, you're kind of missing the point.
You are missing the point. Yeah. As he said, buddy, you got to put your mouth on it sometimes.
Sometimes you got to put your lips on it.
Oh, see, I messed it up now.
It's all right, buddy. You're just being you.
That's true.
Yeah. Put your mouth on it if you want.
Oh, buddy, this was fun. I think
This was fun.
I think that for all the viewers at home, hopefully you enjoy this. Go out and get this, please.
Or at least try it.
Yes.
We don't want you to go buy it, not like it, and then hold us responsible. So we're going to say give it a shot. In the time of liability and finger pointing and all that goes on out there.
Bourbon liability.
Yeah, perfect liability. So we don't want you to have any hard feelings towards us. If you have tried it, leave us your thoughts, please. We always read the comments. We always want to know what you guys are thinking or what you have to say. We appreciate everybody tuning in. And if it's your first time here on the channel, click the subscribe button. We really appreciate it.
Yeah.
So from the Bourbon Buddies, cheers.